All right, enough of this crap.
Damn,
up,
you know, every time we had that harp or the harp was strummed, I was waiting for a genie to pop. Go, what do you want? Yeah, I was waiting for my genie and my little lamp to appear and go, what do you want?
Keenina, good evening. Welcome to our after hours edition. Hey, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
Hello.
Lori is from, if I'm not mistaken, you're from Nevada? Nevada or Nevada? How do you say that? Nevada or Nevada?
I like Nevada. It gives it a little extra kick to it.
I think that's
Nevada.
Nevada. It makes it sound more impressive. Where Nevada is like just kind of, ooh. Where Nevada is like, ooh, hello.
Wow.
What's going on tonight, guys?
Not much. I'm kind of glad we're not doing politics tonight because I'm over the BS in DC for a while. So yeah, I'm kind of glad we're just like hanging and talking bullshit.
Yeah, a little different tonight. We're not gonna talk politics. We gotta take a break from that crap already.
Thank you, Jesus. It is a good break.
If you want to touch on COVID, we can do that. I just don't want to get political about it. We'll talk about whatever. Hey,
Shark Man.
I'm not into that. If I'm not feeling politics today, I'm just kind of starting to get burned out on it. You know?
I feel you. You can only take so much before you're just like, seriously, shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Shonda.
Oh, where's my Shonda?
Howdy.
She sent me a link today, and we watched her mayor guy talk.
Senator.
Yeah, senator.
Yeah. That's a good guy right there.
Yeah, he sounds like he's got a good head on his shoulders. I like him.
Need more like him. Doug Mastriano is his name. Senator Doug Mastriano.
I like the background you set up tonight, Manny.
You like that?
Yeah.
Kind of a bar scene, kind of just a place to chill.
A little table off to the right for cocktails and hors d'oeuvres.
So I figured, you know what? I ain't talking politics tonight. There's so much other crap in this world to talk about.
True that. Hey, Z.
The soap lady, Z. Guys, get in touch. You can buy her soaps. They're so really cool. They're really nice. I should have brought mine with me on this trip.
Yep, you get an 8-ounce soap for $79.99.
Affleck. Hey, Duck. What's going on? Thanks for coming over. Thanks for hanging out. Tonight, yeah, he is Doug Mastriano. I can see him being your governor pretty soon. I hope he runs. Anyway, no politics, right?
No politics.
Yeah, we're hanging out tonight. Shonda, Duck, Z, Lori, Sharky,
Shark,
Guinea. Yeah, we're not doing politics tonight. We're just gonna shoot. You know what they say?
Shoot the shit.
Shoot the shit.
And let's talk.
Well, I did have Mexican for dinner tonight, and you all know how that tears you up.
What'd you have?
This is immune. I
ordered Fiesta Cancun today, and I had a burrito, and I can't pronounce the last name, but it's Potosi.
Potosi.
Okay, yeah, that. So I had that minus the rice because that's nothing but a pile of maggots. And I'm okay with pico de gallo, but you got to take it easy on that damn cilantro. I mean, with cilantro and paisley, less is more. Paisley. Cilantro is a very overpowering spice.
Oh, parsley. You mean parsley?
No, cilantro.
No, but you said paisley.
Well, paisley is the print. Okay. Yeah. So with paisley, less is more. With cilantro, less is more.
I see.
Yeah, you know what? I got to say, I don't know anybody else who's from Brownsville or RGV area. In Brownsville, anyway, Mexican food is not that great if you're looking for like good stuff. It's not that great around here. I've had better Mexican food in Chicago.
We had some decent Mexican food in Sioux Falls.
Well, I mean in Brownsville. I'm talking about in Brownsville.
Oh, okay.
Nah, nothing. Yeah, the same old's going on. I'm just all sick of it all right now. Just taking a break from it. We'll get back to it. There's plenty of it to go around, right? Shonda made spaghetti and homemade sauce.
Should have went over there for dinner.
Right? FedEx it to us, Shonda, please. I can't eat cilantro. Tastes like zest soap.
It's just a very powerful seasoning, Shonda.
Cilantro?
Less is more.
Too much.
I don't know what you guys are eating, man, but La Playa and Harley, is that good? I heard of it. I haven't been there. La Playa.
Right there. Yeah.
You been there? I haven't been over there yet. Maybe I got to go over there.
Yeah.
Snoopy.
Hang on. Okay, so Snoopy, are you joking or not about the no politics talk? No politics tonight. I don't want to talk politics.
Manny's clickbaiting everybody. He's gonna drop the politics bomb in a bit.
No.
Yeah, when we get about 45 minutes into the show, he's gonna go. So what about that goddamn Nancy Pelosi?
Well, if we hit on it later, maybe just a touch. But I don't want to. There's so much else in this world to talk about. I don't know what right now, but there's Ozzy G. What's going on?
I'm sure we can find something happy to talk about.
There's plenty.
Lord, yeah, can't stand cilantro. I love cilantro, man. Come on, and pico de gallo with the onions and the tomatoes, lemon juice. I make a good ass pico de gallo.
I like pico de gallo. I really do. But you guys got to take it easy with that damn cilantro.
I don't do a lot of tomatoes in mine because I hate tomatoes. So I do less tomatoes, more onions, a lot of lemon juice, real squeezed fresh lemon juice.
How spicy do you like it? I mean, like me, I like to put more, serrano in there. Or I like spicy.
Yeah, I put 2 jalapenos, one without the seed and one with the seed. I just chop it all up, diced, real finely chopped up in there.
Oh, don't let him lie to you. That motherfucker puts ghost peppers in it.
I hate cilantro unless it's in shrimp cocktail or pico de gallo. Yeah, exactly. You know what? You're right. I think cilantro's in those, and pico de gallo definitely. Shrimp cocktail, yep, I can see that too. Damn, shrimp cocktail sounds good right now.
Yeah, my wife throws a little tinsy bit on the rice. Just it doesn't do much, but there's a good flavor to it.
You do the white rice, you put some cilantro in there. Yeah, it adds a little spice to your flavor to your white rice. I taste the chemical part. It's an actual thing. Wow. Really? What the hell chemical is that? Fausto says, I think we just eat so much local food that when we go out of town, we think that their food is better. I don't know. Even before I moved over here, I used to go to 26th Street and 18th Street in Chicago, and their food was real good. And I came over here thinking, I mean, except for, I guess, the Tex-Mex stuff, Beagles, the fajita and stuff. That stuff is good. That's real good.
What neighborhood is that?
That's the south side of Chicago.
That's what I was thinking.
Little village.
Okay.
And a lot of Mexican restaurants up there. I don't know. Too many places say authentic, and it's not authentic. It just don't taste good at all.
I'm getting hungry, man.
Same for Italian food. VAW, Los Asados. I used to like Los Asados. And then, but I don't know what happened to it. It's not the same anymore. Went there a couple times in the last few years. A few months ago, I was there, and it just didn't.
It's probably a new cook.
I don't know. La Playa. Okay. More plugs for La Playa. I got to try that. Snoopy, pico de gallo is good. The thing with cilantro is that you have to put a little bit in everything.
See,
like
he's right.
mint.
Less is more.
A little bit.
It's like garlic. You know, garlic. You're not gonna overdo it. Just one.
Yeah,
little
I mean,
piece.
you can't kill the person eating. I mean, they got to be able to taste other things, not just like a wad of cilantro in their mouth.
Yeah, I guess. So what Snoopy's saying, just put a little bit on everything, just a tiny bit on everything, not a lot in just one thing. I'm guessing that's right? I grew Ghost Carolina, Reaper, and Scorpion peppers.
Ooh,
man!
I bet that Reaper was a creeper.
That'll mess up your stomach nasty. I haven't tried it though. Hey, Lorraine, what's up?
Hello.
Lorraine's good people from Harlingen. Harlingen. How's it going, Lorraine? She likes Vermilion. Vermilions? A restaurant Vermilions? Yeah.
Like in Brownsville, Vermilion?
Yeah, probably the same one. Is there one in Harlingen? I don't know if there's another one in Harlingen.
That's my brother's go-to spot. He lives in Houston. Every time he comes down, first place he stops is Vermilion, but the one in Brownsville. I don't know.
I mean, it's true. The nachos are good in Vermilions. That's Actually, it's probably the only thing. Oh no, I had the steak there too. It was all right. Oh no, El Pato.
I like the chicken.
You killed it, Lorraine. You killed it. Come on.
Chicken guisado patos that they have is pretty good.
No, are you serious? Oh, no.
I like it. The refried beans, but I can only have one taco.
Only one taco
of the beans.
One taco.
Like one refried bean taco.
Well, does it blow you up too much? You start farting too much?
I don't know. Like
all it is a little jet power. You know, every time you little
propeller power,
little jet power.
Lorraine, yep. There was, but it didn't make it.
Oh, the Vermilion, or what?
Oh yeah, the Vermilion. They're hard to grow, but if you're interested, get them from SherwoodSeeds.com.
Oh wow, grow from seeds.
You know, here in Brownsville, you got those little red peppers in your backyard. They just start growing, and you just go and you pick the little red peppers out.
You have some of those, Manny, or what?
Yeah.
Damn,
careful. It might be like those shrooms that are like fucking psychedelic and shit.
I like those, man. Those are great. The Chile del Monte.
Yeah, they're real tiny. They look harmless, but they pack a punch.
Great, man. On the molcajete.
Hey, Marissa's in the house. Vermilion and Harlingen closed down. Yep. I knew that was right. I thought they had one there. Changing story trip, Manny, are there cases linked to flying? Like, you know, the racetrack, they trace back Rona positives to certain super spreader events. Nope. The only real thing we heard was a couple of weeks ago when the got on a flight knowing they both tested positive for COVID. They got on a flight. The dude, older man, has a heart attack on the airplane. They're doing CPR.
Damn.
I mean, they're compressing it, you know, doing the chest compressions, and people say you could hear his ribs cracking and stuff. They were working on him so long. And somebody tried giving him mouth to mouth. But they're pushing on his chest, all this air is coming out, and everybody's gathered around watching this thing, and I'm sure breathing that air. And then it turns out, she said, "Oh, he's positive for COVID. So am I."
Wow.
And the dude died. He died in the air. They couldn't get him back, and he was already dead before they even landed. They had to make an emergency landing. But I have not heard of anything in the business. I mean, the places I go to work at, some people test positive and they're out. They get quarantined for 14 days. They get treated. But the
only thing I heard about COVID and flying is soon, and it'll be after this new guy gets in office. And I didn't want to hit the politics thing, but he is going to implement anybody that comes to this country will be tested for COVID.
Yeah,
it's not a bad thing, I guess. I
don't think it's a bad idea, but I mean, if you're gonna just you land in LaGuardia or Chicago or one of the main city hubs for international flights, and then of course you're gonna fine, you're tested, you go through immigrations and all that other crap, and then you're off to your adventure in the States. Okay, well, what are you gonna do now? I mean, what's the damn government gonna do about it now?
Yep. I mean, there's so many other countries that we can and then we cannot go to. Some of them are just shut down.
Yeah.
And then other ones are we got to have a COVID test within 5 days or 4 days of travel. We have to take it with us to prove that we tested negative. So I don't know. I mean, if it could be proven that a lot of these cases were getting positive because of people flying back in from out of the country, well, yeah, I mean, it's time to shut down the border for a little while and
I agree.
Restrict. It's got to happen.
What about at the beginning?
What's that?
I mean,
yeah,
at the beginning of what?
At the beginning, when all this started, did you feel it in the airplanes? Like, did they stop when they stopped completely in the business? Did it affect it as bad as it affected the stocks? Like, did it affect you and your job?
No, lucky for us at my particular company, Lori, yeah, and we're just talking about locally, some places around here and Chicago. It didn't hit us as hard as it hit the big airlines, the major airlines. You know, the Uniteds, the Delta, American Airlines. Now it did affect them. They didn't have the full planes anymore. I mean, even now when I take a flight Houston to Denver, sometimes on the big 777, there's like over 100 seats available. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they hold about 300.
777, depending on the seat configuration, is minimum 250, maximum 301.
Yeah, I'll look that up also. But that's a lot of open seats.
Yeah.
The 777-900 series can hold over 400 passengers.
Oh, 900. Oh, that's a newer one. I've never seen a 900.
Yeah, the 800 can hold 350. So that's a lot of people.
350.
Yeah. And then they try. So Delta is the only one right now who's still trying to practice. And I say try because how much can you social distance on an airplane on a metal tube?
Paper towel tube with wings.
Yeah, pretty much. So what Delta's doing is they're leaving the middle seat empty.
Ooh, but still, you got somebody behind you, somebody in front of you. That's not 6 feet.
And they're saying that's what it is. Yeah, I know, but I think that's pointless. Let's see. Lori's talking about. We're talking about. He must be talking about Vermilion. Oh, really, El Pato?
Yeah.
Same here, Lorraine. I always nice to hear from you. Lorraine's cool people. Snoopy, I'm asking because I wish I had the guts to get on a plane for a flight, but I'm so paranoid. At first I was, but being that I'm on a plane sometimes 4 times a week, you keep your mask on. You can't fly without it. You got to have it on. It cannot be a vented mask. It's got to be it doesn't have to be one of these, but it cannot be vented. It's got the little plastic holes for your air to get out. And we disinfect in the whole country, on all the major airlines. All aircraft get disinfected as soon as they land. They land, all the passengers come off, and we go in there. That's what we train a lot of the guys on, is disinfecting the airplane. Seats get wiped down, armrests get wiped down, tray tables get wiped down, and then after that, they go in with the it's called ESS, electrostatic spray, which is a disinfectant spray, and they spray the whole airplane. Sits there for 5 or 10 minutes, and it's disinfected as best that it can be. Most aircraft have the HEPA filters, so it is filtering the air.
And I heard United is the first airline to win the award for hospitalization-like sterilization on board an aircraft for COVID-19.
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, the plane.
They're stepping it up.
So let's just say not just the airplane scenario, but inside the airport, the same measures are being taken. Where seats are being sprayed, or there's hand sanitizer available on entrance, or What kind of
Well,
stuff?
it's not hand sanitizer, but they do give you these. Do I have one here? Yeah. Which are
Sanitizer.
basically the little wipes that are just saturated with alcohol.
Yeah.
And you get one as you go in. If you want more, you can have more. And
So it
everybody's
dries your skin out.
and as an extra measure, everybody's wiping down their armrests and the tables around them and stuff like that. We haven't heard of any outbreak, anything related to a flight, and 50 people got sick on that flight, and 50. There's been none of that. So I'd like to think that being inside an airplane, it's pretty clean, it's pretty safe. And when I say planes get clean, sanitized, every flight that lands in any city in this country, if it's a commercial airline, it's getting sanitized.
So are they still pushing for a 27 or 22-minute turn?
So the aircraft is supposed to, the 50 the regionals are supposed to land and then depart in 24 minutes. So now they've added 10 minutes.
Ooh.
And if you take a delay still, they have a special delay code to blame it on the cleaning, disinfecting of the aircraft. So, like I said, plane lands, people come off, bags come off, the crew gets on the airplane, disinfects it before the next set of passengers goes on.
Safer than Greyhound.
Oh, safer. Oh, my God.
Don't get him started on the dog again.
You want to get Rona? Get on a Greyhound bus. If you want to get Rona. No, the flying is very safe. I mean, I've been on there so many times. Like I said, I fly a lot. And so 2 to 4 times a week times 4, per month. Do the math. And I haven't been sick from there yet. Now, I think I had Rona back in February last year. How I got it? I think I got it from one of my coworkers who had it at the time. But after that, I mean, I've been flying so much that I have not gotten sick. And it's pretty safe. Don't be afraid. Get on a plane, fly. You got to have your mask. You can have a shield, but you still have to have the mask on. You can't wear a shield without the mask. And don't wear gloves. Gloves is actually counterproductive. The plastic gloves, it doesn't work. You're better off with a hand sanitizer and keep your
hands to yourself for a while.
Like before you get on a plane. Yeah, when you're on a plane, don't try not to touch everything. That's what I do. I just got to put my headphones on and try to pass out. And then pack up, pick up your stuff, and get off the airplane as soon as you can. The bad thing about flying is you have to keep that mask on from the entire time you're in the airport system.
I go fucking crazy.
So you go to Brownsville or Harlingen, let's say. Lorraine knows this probably. As soon as you get to the airport, you got to have the mask on, and you got to have that sucker on until you get out of the airport, wherever city you're landing at.
In your car.
I would be that crazy bitch on the airplane. Trust me, I would be that bitch.
Unless you're eating or going viral, yeah. Unless you're eating or drinking, right? So you're eating, you got to take the mask off to eat and to drink. So if you want to cheat, just have a lot of snacks around you all the time. You're always, with the M&Ms or whatever. Keep your mask off. Let's see. That was Snoopy. Okay, the Taco Bell, the gas station. Yeah, I get it. The gas station. Wendy, she likes chicken guisado tacos.
Those are great. Those are great.
I don't know. Maybe I just went on a bad day or something, but I don't remember anything good from El Pato. Back in the day, Antonio's was pretty good. I like their food. I didn't like their buffet.
Yeah.
Got sick there from their buffet one time.
I don't think a Mexican buffet would be good at all.
Yeah, it actually would. Remember, what's the other place? Los Camperos or Camperos?
Oh, yeah, I remember Camperos.
Yeah.
Los Camperos.
I mean, I could see maybe like a taco bar, but that's about it. I mean, but then again, I really don't know a whole lot about the Mexican culture and the food.
Yeah, you need to come down to Texas for a few days, man.
Like I said, every time I step in the state, all it does is rain.
Snoopy says, I believe Canada is doing that. You have to test negative for COVID, and it can't be the rapid test. Yeah, I forget what they call those tests. It's got to be the one
the one that they really shove up in your brain.
Yeah, they tickle your brain with that long ass Q-tip. But if that's the way it's got to be, I mean, I firmly believe that there's going to be a vaccine passport that you have to carry with you, like an ID card. Yep, I've been vaccinated. There you go.
Yep, I got an email today from my county saying, okay, we got you registered. Now we're just waiting for step 2, and then we'll send you an email and let you know when that's going to happen. I'm like, oh, yeah. Sweet. I can't wait.
That's the reality of it. El Pato had great baked potatoes with meat on top. I remember eating them several times when I was in Harlingen.
I haven't had those.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I love, what I like? You know what's good? Now that you're talking about potatoes. Potato skins.
Oh, yeah. Potato skins are good.
You kind of scoop up most of the potato. You have a little bit of potato left on that skin, then you melt cheese on it, bacon bits. You put some sour cream. Yeah, chives, green onion. Oh, my gosh. That's so good. And then you put it in the oven. You cook it like that. Again, after the potato's been already baked. Then you put it back in the oven with all those things on top of it, except the sour cream. You put that on afterwards.
For it to melt.
Yep. For the cheese to melt and stuff.
Another potato that's really good is called a Hasselback potato.
Hasselback? What is that?
Hasselback. So pretty much what it is a russet potato. And it's sliced like this. But not all the way through. So you're leaving like maybe a finger's width down at the bottom. And you coat him with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, bake him. And then like every 5 to 10 minutes, you brush him with some olive oil and he'll start to brown up and crisp. And then when he comes out, you top him with a little bit of butter, more salt and pepper. And it's more known for the cut than anything. It comes from it comes from a pub over in Europe someplace. They started it, and then and the name of the pub was Hasselback. So they called the potato Hasselback potato.
Abel knows what I'm talking about here. This is at the flea market. You go and get this thing called a speedo papa.
Yeah.
So they get the potato and they spiral cut it, continuous single long cut, right?
Yep.
And then they stretch it apart, they skewer it, and then they deep fry it. And then they put the dressing on, topping on, or whatever you want on it.
I've seen those in the TV commercials back in the 70s. I didn't think people actually used them.
Oh, here at the flea market, it was a big thing.
They sound good, man. I mean, I actually haven't tried them, dude, but they look so delicious. Yeah.
They look pretty.
It's a good snack. Bake a potato, scoop the innards out, and mix with sausage, broccoli, and cheese. Top with a bit of butter and rebake. That's right.
Mm.
That's a new way to do it. Twice bake. Put the broccoli in there. I've never done that before.
Snoop. Wow. Can you imagine? You have to have the vaccine to board a plane. I feel like that will start some problems. Yeah, it is. Because people
may come soon.
You got the absolute non-vaxxers, right? And then they don't want to get on a plane. They need to get on a plane, but they don't want to get vaccinated. So they're going to start bitching the whole entire way. Then you got the people that are fed up with it. They're told, please put your mask on. And they start talking back. And it's like, come on, just put the mask on and shut up.
Yep, that's that one crazy bitch. We all know where they're from.
It is. And every once in a while, yeah, you do hear that stuff. I mean, the things you see on the news sometimes are over-exaggerated or not all spelled out, not all correct factually. But it does happen, and people get frustrated. I get it. I mean, as soon as I walk out of the airport in Brownsville, as soon as I walk out the door, boom, that thing is off my freaking face.
You're like, fresh fucking air. Sweet Jesus.
And even on the airplane, it'll be on me, right? But I can hook it in a way where it'll kind of stay like this, but it's not on my face, but it looks like it's on my face.
Oh.
And I'm getting that fresh air in there, and it just feels nice.
You're cheating.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes, not all the time.
I'm going to call your supervisor. What's your name, Carol?
I'll delete this video as soon as we're done with the recording. Oh man, yes, potato skins, yum. Yeah, see, I'm hungry now. Manny behind the mic, food edition. That's right.
Food edition. Hell
Food is
yeah.
one of the topics, but we gotta have a food night one of these nights. Maybe I should start doing restaurant. At Osmo, used to do. He used to go to restaurants. He'd set the camera up right there, and then he'd start eating the food and talk about
Reviews.
what he got. Did little mini reviews about the restaurant.
Hey, you can't say that word. You cannot say men.
What's that? Oh,
So it's a you review.
who said amen?
You. Menu?
Menu?
Is that what you're
Oh,
talking
oh, woman, you?
Yeah, it's just a you.
You.
Yeah, you can't say. Oh man, see, you guys are dragging me into politics. And I don't want to. It's so good. Baked potato. Seriously, I think when I'm done here, I'm gonna head to Chicago before I go home. I gotta get my pizza.
Uh-oh. Thin crust pizza.
Best pizza on the planet. I don't care what anybody says.
Man.
Thin crust. I'm gonna document it. I'm gonna take pictures. I'm gonna take video. I might do a live from my pizza.
If you guys never had a Chicago style pizza, let me tell you. First off, they're probably that thick. I mean, it's a good 1.5 inch thick crust, and then they build it. They put all your toppings in there, and then they put cheese on it, and then they put your sauce on top, which isn't a bad idea, but it's just you look when it comes to you're like, what the fuck is this? Especially if you've never had one before. You look at it like, what the fuck is this backwards pizza?
Okay, so you got a couple different kinds of pizza, right? You got the thin crust, which is actually called tavern style. It's called tavern style pizza, and the crust is thin, just like this.
Oh yeah, it's like paper thin.
Shit you not. It's real thin and it's crispy and it's good.
Oh god, I
love
you got pizza.
Yeah, and then you got the pan pizza, the deep dish. That's what I think the best place is. Lou Malnati's in Chicago.
You actually pronounced it right.
Second place is Giordano's. I don't know, maybe Uno's is ahead of that. I don't know.
Every time I've gone to Uno's one time, so it's not every time. I've been there one time because everybody's like, you got to have Uno's pizza. You got to have Uno's pizza. So go to Uno's, and it was nothing but a soggy mess. And I have the soggy pizza. Yeah, and I have this mentality about myself. If this is the way you're serving it to me, this is the standard. This is the way you're giving it to me every time. So I have a really hard time going back for a second time. So especially if it's my first time there.
Let me show you. Let me show you this. I got to show you this.
That was a Chicago pizza, so it was a thick one. That was a soggy mess.
Okay, and this one's not that thick.
No, that one's not that thick.
This is a pan pizza, and Lou Malnati's. When you get a pizza and you want sausage, they'll take the sausage, they'll break it apart, and they put little balls of sausage all over the place. Well, Lou's doesn't do that. They take one big ball of sausage, put it on the middle, they press it, so it's a whole layer of sausage. So wherever you cut, doesn't matter. You're getting sausage with your cheese and tomato and everything.
Yeah, it's like sausage patty.
Oh my goodness!
So that's the upside down one or no?
That's not upside down. There's nothing upside down about Chicago pizza.
No bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the crust down there. Let me see. The crust down there. You got a layer of cheese at the bottom, then the whole layer of sausage, and then that tomato sauce, which isn't really a tomato sauce,
but it's on top of the pizza where it doesn't belong.
Yeah, but it tastes so good, man. My mouth is watering.
Because a standard pizza is crust, sauce, toppings, cheese.
And the buttery crust is so good, too.
I mean, everybody has had a standard pizza. You know what one's like. So when you see that Chicago pizza, you're like, what the fuck's the sauce doing on top of the pizza?
So good. I got into an argument the other day with some asshat about that pilot who threatened to land a plane in Kansas when the passengers were acting like, oh, yeah, I remember that. He said the pilot's only job is to fly. Not really. That's his airplane. For all practical purposes, the pilot, that's his airplane. And he can take somebody off if he wants to. He doesn't have to explain why. He will not fly. Although he's responsible for safety on the airplane. Don't be a jerk. Do as you're told. Yeah, I agree. I'd have to agree.
He is in charge of every person on that airplane. He is in charge of your safety. your sanity.
But yeah, and if somebody wants you off and they, I don't know, whatever happens, some kind of argument, and the captain says you have to get off, then you have to get off, and you better get off instead of them calling the police and having them make you a YouTube star.
It will make you a YouTube star, and probably a couple of taser holes as well.
Snoopy was mask shamed. No way. I forgot my mask when I got down at the gas station. They looked like they wanted to beat me off. My bad.
Whoa.
I know. Doesn't that suck? Everybody looks at you like, yeah, mind your business.
I went and picked up my car from the repair shop the other day, and I walked in and everybody's staring at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, my mask is in the car, which you have, and you have my keys, so you know.
It's in the car.
It's not
in the car,
right?
What?
Where in Chicago are masks mandatory when you come into a place?
In Illinois, yes. Our lovely governor has made them mandatory, just like our new person that'll be sworn in Wednesday. That's going to make it a law.
Ugh.
And he's even going to make it a law that you have to wear it in your own damn house.
See, that's wrong right there. Lori says Max's thin crust taco pizza is the best.
Oh, I love a good taco pizza.
Did we ever determine, are you in Nevada? Is that where you're at?
Didn't she say Idaho a little while ago?
Oh, Idaho? Okay, that's right. Idaho. You're correct.
Then we must have two Loris, because another Lori was from Nevada.
I can't believe that pizza from Idaho or Nevada or anywhere is better. I've tried it in Sheridan, Wyoming. I've tried it in Nebraska. All kinds. I'm trying to give it a chance. I don't know. Am I a pizza snob?
Yes.
Yep. Born that way. I can't help it. It's in my genes. It's in my DNA. Nadia, how are you?
What's up, Nadia?
More cool people there. Juan Carlos, have you ever heard of a home slice pizza in Austin on South Congress? Nope. Haven't. Any good? I'll try it. I mean, I already know ahead of time I'm not going to like it because it's not from Chicago, but I'll try it.
I'll try anything once.
Almost anything. Best Texas pie I've had is at Conan's Pizza in Austin. Conan's Pizza in Austin. Maybe it's worth a road trip to Austin to try some pizza. You guys remember Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
Oh my God, yes, from the 80s.
There's an original movie, I think from the 50s or 60s. I think it's the 50s. And then there's a remake. It was done in the 80s.
Uh-huh. I remember the 80s.
Donald Sutherland. Okay, so that's the 80s one. The scene when the aliens spot the humans and point remains. And the point remains me when I see people without masks. Oh, yeah. I get it. I get it. This is true. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, guys. A food show. You think?
I think.
Chicago pizza.
I am.
I mean, you're everywhere.
I'm gonna do a live from my favorite pizza. See, but I think the restaurant indoor dining is.
You cannot indoor dine in Illinois.
All right, so I'll take it with me, and I go to the hotel room, and I'll do that live. I will do that live.
You should do that everywhere you go. Like right now in Nebraska, find what the hottest thing supposedly is in your area, and
in Nebraska, that would be steak.
Oh, believe it or not, it's not.
Really? No steak there?
The thing called runza.
Fuck's a runza?
That's what I'm trying to. Okay, a runza is like a what is a runza like? Is it like a? Hang on, I'm trying to find a picture of this thing.
Gosh, inquiring minds.
It's kind of like a meat-filled pastry.
Like over here they have the brisket empanada or something like that. It's like.
So is it like a strudel?
Here, let me show you a picture of this. You could figure out what it is. I don't know what the heck it is. I had it once, but I still can't describe it. All right, you see this thing over here on the left? I wonder if it'll let me blow it up. Yeah, here we go.
Well, the chili looks good.
Yeah.
Ooh, that
That
cinnamon
pizza
thing looks good.
No, hold on. Got too big for the here. This
runs.
thing there, and a meat. It's got cheese, and I think it's baked into the
So it's
bread.
kind of like a calzone,
I
but
guess.
it's not the
calzone.
shape of a calzone.
But the weird spice on it tastes weird. Not spices, but the seasonings.
Hmm.
And I don't know. Everybody
Interesting.
likes that over here. There's not
Looks
a lot
like
of
a
great
sub.
steak. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It looks like a Subway sub. Just so you think this would be a good steak location, but there's not a lot. There's no steak restaurants around here. There's no steak houses.
They have the Subway yellow and green, so that's why the first thing you think of is Subway, and I thought of it too. And I'm sitting there going,
"Oh, you know what? You're right. It is green and yellow." I do want to try Chicago pizza. I like my pies with lots of cheese and sauce. Man, when they put a lot of cheese on it, you take your slice and you lift it, and the cheese is just
for decades. It's like string cheese for decades.
Yeah.
It's like you need to bring scissors to cut it.
You can. It's so good. Why don't you tell Lou you're doing a free infomercial? Maybe he'll let you dine in. Not a bad idea. Lou, I'm promoting your pizza.
So what do you like, Lou? What do you like best about Lou's?
Everything's. I don't know the ingredients. It's like fresh. It's hard to explain. You have to taste it.
Well,
I'm the seasoning of it.
I have.
You know, you can have you can give me a slice of Giordano's and a slice of Lou's, and I'll tell you which is which instantly. It's a flavor difference. Now,
well, I could tell from the look, but what if I put a Gino in the mix next to Lou? Could you tell the difference?
Oh yeah, Gino's is even a whole different taste also, but it's good also. Gino's is good.
Well, that's because Lou and Gino are brothers.
Yeah, I know. You know, I'd put Gino's ahead of Giordano's. Giordano's has become a little like a chain. Too much of a what do you call it? Like a McDonald's.
Domino's.
Yeah, they're starting to pop up all over the place, and I'm not a fan of that.
Man, we're certainly missing out down here then, man.
You are.
You have no idea, bro. You have no idea.
Wow.
You need to come to the Windy City and have pizza. Take the wonderful boat tour. The boat tour is phenomenal.
Yeah, along the lakefront or the Chicago River.
Yeah.
Architecture.
Is any of that even open?
Well, not right now.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I think they open up again in the end of March, first part of April.
So touching on politics a little bit in Chicago, Mayor Beetlejuice says she wants restaurants to open now.
Oh,
got to open the restaurants. Why? Because if you don't open the restaurants, people are going to congregate at home and gather and not follow the rules. At least in a restaurant, the restaurant can tell you to put your damn mask on or whatever. So now,
so restaurants are not open at all. They're not open at all.
Not
like
for indoor dining. Nope.
Oh wow.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't like Mayor Beetlejuice.
Margarita Pizza. Yeah, isn't that thin crust though, right? Margarita's got to be on a thin pizza.
I have no idea. I've never heard of it.
I heard of it. I've heard of it. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, it's that buffalo mozzarella. They put big, thick slices on it, and I don't know. Look it up. I'm not a fan of that pizza either, but it's not bad. It's not bad, I guess. Yeah, I'm getting hungry, right? Stromboli. Yeah, it's something like that. It's something like that.
Yeah, that sandwich thing. Yeah, that does remind me of a Stromboli.
It just doesn't look very appealing. It just, I don't know. Something about it just like grosses me out. I don't like thick crust, but for some odd reason, I like Lou's because it's tasty. It's got a special taste to it.
Okay, that's because Lou's uses cornmeal in his crust. And Giordano's uses flour in their crust. So the cornmeal is going to give it a little bit extra flavoring, where the flour is just a little bit more bland.
Man, I'm hungry. Hey, Manny, so since you've had some of the best pizza, what do you recommend? Is there any pizza down here that you prefer over Little Caesars, or right? Like, which is the one you would say is
okay? The one all right. Well, now this is gonna freak you out. It freaked me out actually. Little Caesars came out with the thin crust pizza.
Oh,
Okay.
cheeser, pepperoni
Cheeser.
cheeser.
Yeah, and that
I
thing was
still want to
good.
try it.
You know, considering what you're used to down here, Pizza Hut, Domino's. What's the other one? The Spanish name one.
I won't even touch that one. The El Padrino, is it? Or what?
Yeah, something like that.
El Patron.
Pizza
Patron.
Patron.
Yeah. There we go. Pizza Patron.
Yeah,
That's bad.
and then you got like CC's, right? If they're still around, what's that? CC's or the pizza buffet place?
Oh yeah, they used to be really good.
Yeah.
And Little Caesars thin crust pizza was actually pretty decent to me compared to all these other places. That was so I had that for a little while.
Pizza.
And everybody's like, "Are you nuts?" I'm like, nah. So I do like that place in Harlingen called Stefano's.
I heard of that.
It sounds Italian.
New York style pizza. You know, it's big slices, and it's
big
good.
thin slices.
Have you had the one here that's on 802 called Louis or something like that?
Heard of it. Haven't been there yet. Heard of it, but I haven't been there yet.
I had that a while
Manny,
back. That was.
You know, I'm one of those that's like, it's not Chicago, so yeah.
Manny, you should break down and have Lou's delivered overnight to you so you can treat Abel.
I know, right? I'd rather him fly with me to Chicago and eat it there.
Fresh off the.
But he hasn't got on an airplane yet. I
Yeah.
think he's allergic to airplanes or something.
Shonda.
Shonda, so disappointed in you. Pizza.
Pineapple does not go in pizza or on pizza.
No, I'll keep the.
There's some things you
pineapple.
just don't do to a pizza.
I'll keep pineapple slices in my sweet and sour chicken. That's fine.
Yeah, yep, I'm right there.
When you bake ham, throw some pineapple rings around it on it.
Yep, pineapple upside down cake.
That's cool.
Yep,
but not on pizza.
Not on pizza.
Sorry,
I haven't tried it, man. I'm a pretty picky eater. Like it's a pepperoni pizza. That's what I like.
It's called a Hawaiian pizza. It's like Canadian bacon and pineapple.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Hot pineapple, heated, warmed up, tastes good.
That is good.
I've done that. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. But not on pizza. I can't. Sorry,
I can't do it either.
Nah, yes, man. A thin brick fire pizza. That's right. I think that's why I did like margarita. Margarita. I think that's how you say that word. It's spelled different, but I think that's how you say it. Mazzio's pizza was pretty good too. Don't know where that's at. Little Caesars is not pizza. It's basically decorated cardboard. But the thin crust. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it was just
decorated cardboard.
Somebody tried the thin crust for Pizza Hut, and then let me know what you think.
It's the Pizza Hut one is good, but what about that Little Caesars one? They still have it, or what? Or was it just back then?
No, it's here. I got this last month.
Oh wow, cool.
So there's a place called. Hey, Adrian, let me read his comment. Domino's is actually left to rest and rise. Okay. I even met Italians that say their pizzas are actually edible, albeit not what they're like. Okay, so the Pat's
I like
pizza,
Domino's.
The thin crust pizza in Chicago that I like, Pat's Pizza from my old neighborhood. They raise their dough, I think, 4 or 5 days. They let it sit there and do its thing. So maybe that's why it's real good. But yeah, that's one of the secrets to the crust. $5.99. Are you out of your mind? For real, it's good. It's worth it. I mean, I don't know. Somebody try it and let me know what you think. The thin crust, not the regular stuff.
I'll try that one tomorrow.
From Little Caesars.
I want to try that pepperoni cheeser thing. It looks good. You got a couple of rich people sitting at their 29-foot long dining room table eating it, going, it's pristine pizza. So, I mean, why not, Lovey? Why not?
Nadi said, Manny, come to Mia's Pizzeria in McAllen. They have some good Italian food and also have pies.
Well, now,
there's a place in McAllen supposed to have Chicago style pizza or Chicago pizza or something like that. Is that what Mia's is? Can't remember what it's called. Somebody said, "Oh, you got to try this place. It's Chicago style stuff." The dude's from Chicago or whatever, but I don't know if that's true or not. As far as I'm concerned, it's a vicious rumor. Not the real. It's not worth $1. Come on.
What do you think of Pequods?
It's not bad. It's not bad. What?
Pequods.
What the hell's a Pequod?
Another Chicago pizza place.
I never heard of that.
Oh.
Which means it's no good. I never heard of it.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Come on, Lou Malnati's, Gino's East.
I like Gino's because I can find him in my freezer at the grocery.
Uno's and Giordano's. And that's for the pan pizzas. The thick
Gino's
pizzas.
makes a good thin crust.
Pat's Pizza is the place to be, sorry.
I actually had one of those pizzas, the ones Bam was talking about, that has the cheese at, what was it? The marinara sauce on the top. But it was like one from HEB, a frozen one. And it did taste a little different. But yeah, I cannot compare it to that, right?
No, you have to try it. You got to try the real thing so you can. Oh, have I tried pineapple on pizza? Yeah, I did once back in
1932,
80, 82, something like that. I was just a young lad. But I saw it. I tasted it. I was like, what's this? And I spit out the chunks of pineapple. And I like the pineapple, but I didn't.
it just ruins the pizza.
Yeah.
So when you order a pizza,
maybe if it didn't have the sauce on it, I could do it.
But what was that, Abel?
What toppings do you get on your pizza?
If it's my thin crust, just sausage, cheese and sausage. That's it. If it's the pan pizza, Lou Malnati's, I'll get sausage, green pepper, and onions.
I'm kind of a sausage, onion, mushroom guy.
Get some extra cheese in there too. Oh man, talk about gooey. Oh man.
I just do the most extravagant thing I'll have is pepperoni jalapeno. Last time I tried some buffalo chicken on it, it wasn't all that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the buffalo pizza or even a cheeseburger pizza.
Crusted. Ew.
Yeah.
Somebody else told me, try cauliflower crust. You got to try that. Like, poor child. Quit tasting that stuff. It's not real.
I guess it's okay for like the vegetarians and the vegans. I'm not gonna. It's not my definitely not my cup of tea.
Oh, she's got the sick little emoji. So I'm sorry. I tried a cauliflower crust.
Oh, okay.
And it was like, yeah.
I bet.
There you go. There you go. I can't believe that would taste good. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just sounds crappy.
I mean, cauliflower is great with ranch on it, but I mean, I don't want to turn it into a pizza.
It's supposed to be healthy. It made Lori sick, the cauliflower crust. Sean, I like warm pineapple only in my tacos al pastor. I prefer Canadian bacon and mushroom. Pineapple.
This one time, that's a new one. I made a keto pizza, man, like with almond flour. I don't remember the recipe, but it was totally different. But it still was, not that great. And I'll probably go have one.
Chicago, the Midwest, do they have any like pizza buffet places? Like here we have CC's, right?
We have
what's that? Chicken Ranch, Chicken Barn, or Chicken Ranch? Is it?
We have Shakey's Pizza out in, I want to say, around the Schaumburg area. Occasionally you might find a Pizza Hut that has a buffet, but that's really not pizza. Although I do like their pan pizza. It's nice and greasy. It's great if you have a hangover.
Yeah, I never had.
But we do have a Pizza Ranch out by where I live.
So Pizza Ranch is is it Pizza Ranch or is it Chicken Ranch? I guess it's Pizza Ranch.
A Chicken Ranch is a hoe house.
No, there's a chicken barn or
it's a Pizza Ranch that has pizza and chicken.
They sell fried chicken. The fried chicken's not bad.
Yeah, so that's Pizza Ranch.
And it's an actual place.
But an actual Chicken Ranch, and you should know this because you live in Texas. Chicken ranches in Texas are hoe houses.
Yeah. Not down here, they're not.
Best little hoe house in Texas with Dolly Parton.
Actually, it was a funny movie, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
One of my favorite movies. God, do I love Dolly.
For all you youngsters who don't know who Dolly Parton is, look her up.
Hold on, it
Dolly.
was
She's stacked. She is
chicken. What
stacked.
again?
Chicken Ranch. That's right.
Let me
Right.
write that down.
Take notes. Put your whiteboard to use. I like chicken bacon ranch pizza. See, I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't put chicken on my
Bacon, I
pizza
don't
either.
mind, but chicken
Yeah.
ranch, or what about those pizzas that do? I don't know if it's ranch or whatever the white sauce is instead of tomato sauce.
Alfredo? Ooh, no, absolutely not.
Oh man, just say no.
I don't know, man.
Alfredo
I'm
sauce
gonna-
isn't even good with noodles.
I'm gonna
Just
go
say
have a hot pocket after this, man.
hot pocket.
What time is it?
It's too late to order pizza, bam, bam. Like,
Well, it's too late to order something. That's okay. I got some chicken wings or some chicken legs I put on the grill last night for dinner. I'll just throw them damn things in the oven and heat them up.
yeah, right, yeah. Well, that hang on, Sean. CC's Pizza was a Friday night special for my husband and my sons. When we moved back to Texas, from Texas, there wasn't a CC, so we started taking a trip once a year to different CC's Pizza place. Usually made it a weekend trip. They still talk about those trips. Seems like a fun time.
It does sound like a fun time, and I bet they have different dessert pizzas at each different store too.
Dessert pizzas? You mean like the typical, like the cookie pizza or whatever?
No,
chocolate chip cookie.
I think Pizza Hut was the first one to do a dessert pizza. It's actually flour crust, and they put like apples on it, and then they put like cinnamon topping on it, and then they put like an icing on it, and then they did the same thing with cherries, and then they tried the blueberry, but that didn't go over very well. No, but they actually make a dessert pizza.
Mm-mm-mm.
Don't know what that is. So
they have it at the Pizza Ranch. You should try it.
We don't have a
Not
Pizza
the
Ranch
Chicken
around
Ranch.
here anywhere. See, now I gotta look it up. Is it Pizza Ranch or Chicken Ranch?
It's Pizza Ranch, my friend. Although I'm sure there might be a Chicken Ranch someplace.
Pizza Ranch. Let me see if this is the place. Dun, dun, dun. Yep, that's the place. Pizza Ranch. Known mostly for their chicken, but the hell are you doing, boy?
That means I'm right, you're wrong.
Oh man, I don't remember any dessert except for the cinnamon.
They did have a cinnamon swirl thingy. Yeah, they did.
So, okay, let's talk about, just briefly. Not going to stay on this for a long time.
Briefly.
So, Major League Baseball announced today that they are no longer giving political contributions to anybody.
Good.
Up until today, they've been giving money to Republican candidates or the Republican side. And they said because of the riots in D.C., they're calling them riots now, that they're not going to contribute. You know what? I don't think they should contribute at all anyway. Any sports team should not contribute. I don't think sports should take a side.
You know, it's kind of like oil and water. Some things just don't mix.
CC's makes a good buffalo chicken ranch pizza and barbecue chicken flatbread pizza. Love their salad bar too. Yeah, they got a cute little salad bar. It's tiny, but it's, does the job.
I do love a good salad bar.
CC's.
CC's is good, man. I haven't been to CC's since I guess before the whole lockdown thing started. But I used to love, getting a little bowl and filling it up with marinara sauce and dipping my pizza in there and taking a bite out of it and a bite out of that cheese sticks.
What is that? The CC's pizza buffet with a Coke or a drink is, I don't know, $7 or something like that, or $6, $7.
It's like $7 now. Yeah, right around there, I think. Pretty good stuff though.
Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it serves the purpose. I mean, that's like if I eat something that's like really nasty, I'm like, well, I guess it serves the purpose. Fills a hole, makes a turd. I mean, that's all you really need.
Hey, so the sports thing, man. Did you hear about a baseball card? I'm not familiar who this guy is, Mickey Mantle, but His
You
card
don't know
sold
who
for
he
five.
is?
You don't know who
Seriously?
Mickey
million.
Mantle is,
I'm
No,
clueless when it
I'm
comes
not a
to fucking
baseball
sports,
follower.
and I know who Mickey Mantle is.
dude?
Wow, $5.2 million for this card.
Okay, Mickey
Sold
Mantle was
for
like the
5.2.
number one like hitter in the world next to Babe Ruth.
Wow.
Man,
I usually don't
Mantle.
remember number 2.
Yeah, the 1952 Mickey Mantle card. If that's the one you're
5.2
talking
million.
about.
Yeah.
And I remember 1952 because it sold for 5.2, and it was an easy thing to remember.
52.
Oh, you know what?
I don't know shit about
find
sports,
card.
but I at least know who Mickey Mantle is.
Yeah, I don't follow baseball. Babe
I don't
Ruth, I
follow
know who he
sports
is.
at all.
Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, this is a Mickey Mantle card that sold for $5.2 million.
And we as Americans put the worth on the stupidest things in the world.
Agreed.
That card right there.
5.2 million.
I mean, that could build how many houses for first responders that never come back home for their families?
Oh, tons. I know.
That is fucking ignorant to me. Same thing with the comic books. $10 million comic book. Who the fuck cares? That $10 million would serve a whole lot better in a homeless community.
5.2.
I mean, if you got that kind of money, okay, buy your card for 5.2 million, but then donate 5.2 million to something else.
Oh no, that makes too much sense.
If you got that kind of money, bam, you're killing Shonda. Cut it out. You don't know who Mickey Mantle is? Damn, I'm old. Abel's a fetus. That's why he doesn't know who Mickey Mantle is.
Yeah, he's only 14 years old, Shonda. Give him a break.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn a little bit from these old geezers over here. They're teaching me all about
ass.
Teaching me all about them chicken ranches and stuff, you know.
Where's my paddle?
I'm in the right direction.
Where the hell's my paddle? I'll beat some sense into this kid.
Yeah, Mickey Mantle was a god, a baseball god.
He was.
Wow.
Back in the day when you can go watch a baseball game for whatever they cost. I don't know.
Now let me see if I can remember the team Mickey Mantle was on.
Huh.
Because, like I said, I'm clueless when it comes to fucking sports, but I'm guessing New York Yankees. Is that a baseball team?
Yes, it is, and he did play with the Yankees.
Okay.
Yep.
This old man's brain does work. It is still functional on some things. What I did last night, I couldn't fucking tell you.
So he made that much of an impact that even you know that the team, and he was a great player. And he was.
You know what? Back then,
were.
People, even if you didn't know baseball, people knew who Mickey Mantle was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Same thing with Babe Ruth. I mean, he had a candy bar named after him. He was a lucky motherfucker.
Babe
Well,
Ruth.
that was a good one, man.
Oh man, that's
yeah. And if you ever really want to get people out of a pool, take a Baby Ruth, throw it in the pool. They'll leave real quick.
Yeah, for sure. As soon as it starts floating,
he's up on the geezers. He's up on the geezers. Abel.
It's okay. I meant that in a respectful way, in an apprentice way.
Next, he's going to be calling us grumpy old men.
Politics and sports should not be mixed together. Just stay away from politics. Politics, stay away from sports.
Yeah, like I said,
I care who it is.
Don't mix.
We don't need to go visit the White House and just start some stuff. And next thing you know, the two sides are yelling at each other, and then people are complaining and arguing and dividing. You know, it shouldn't be like that way, but it is. So keep your money in your pockets, MLB and everybody else, and don't contribute. Stay out of it. That's what I gotta say.
Politics and sports, no bueno.
Hey, you know that new app, that Switch app, Manny?
Switch?
Sorry, is it Signal? Sorry, Signal. Yeah, so one of my buddies messaged me yesterday, like, "Hey, do you have Signal?" and I'm there looking at my phone. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, I got
have
3 bars.
signal.
I got 4 bars.
I literally, yeah. I was like, I got 2 bars, man. And I was like, are you getting my messages? You know, like almost yelling out, are you getting my messages? Like, you have signal. What's going on? Is this a blackout everybody's been talking about? So, okay, so Signal ended up being an app. It's such a, what do you call it? Like an error that I made. But the funniest thing happened was with Elon Musk talking about this app, Signal. And a lot of investors went and dumped all their money on another stock also called
The wrong
Signal.
signal.
Yeah. And their stock went up 11,700% because Elon Musk said that. And then it was a whole entire different stock. Imagine that.
I can't see it too good because of the light.
I actually went and tried to
Signal.
search the ticker for Signal, and I couldn't come up with the one Musk was talking about.
That blue one next to my Telegram there, that's Signal.
The little paper.
Yeah, it's kind of like
thing, right?
a thought bubble over a cartoon as well.
Oh, okay, okay. I see it.
Now,
I see it now.
Another one like Signal is that one, Telegram. I think Telegram was out first before Signal was. And did you see what Telegram said? Here,
I did.
Telegram has surpassed 500 million active users. In the past 72 hours alone, more than 25 million people signed up.
Wow.
So those are messages that are very secure. They can't be hacked and all this stuff.
See, that's one thing that really concerns me, especially with these new apps coming out for social media. Just how secure are they, and how secure is my information?
Well, that's why Facebook pushes you to go into WhatsApp. They own WhatsApp. But a lot of people don't want to use WhatsApp because Facebook shares your info from WhatsApp into, whatever they're going to do is they're going to commingle everything. Signal and Telegram won't do that.
Until they sell out one day.
Yeah, if they do at some point, but I hope they won't.
I saw this really crazy documentary once on. It was like a public study that was being conducted in a big city, and they show the hosts of the show, and they just walk up to strangers and say, "Hey, we're doing a study on this and blah blah blah. We want to see if you can download our app on your phone, and we're gonna, we'll message you back in 7 days and see, how it worked." Oh yeah, sure. And people just read right through. You know how there's 100 pages you got to read through for the agreement terms of service thing,
right?
And so within whatever the amount of time was, maybe it was less than 7 days, they contacted the users, and they're like, "Hey, look, we got this picture of you, and hey, look, we got your text messages that you were sending to this person." And so that was just a study that was being conducted on how we just download apps and don't even know what's going on. A picture of you.
Everybody sees you must agree to the terms of service, and everybody just go, "Yeah, okay, agree, whatever." Yeah, but in there, somebody's reading that says, "We will sell your data to anyone who sends us the check."
We have access to your camera. We have access to your microphone. We have access to your contacts. It's crazy.
That's why I turn a lot of that crap off on my phone for the apps. Like I'd let very few applications on my phone have access to my camera or my GPS or anything.
Yeah.
For pretty much most of everything's turned off on my phone, and it's kind of a pain in the ass when I actually want to use it or something. I got to go through the settings and turn it on. But
sometimes you got to do that. Yeah.
At least I know Big Brother's not following my ass around except through fucking satellite.
Exactly. And that other guy Snowden was saying once, like, he's like, "Oh yeah, even right now they're tracking me. Even right now they know what I'm texting. They know what I'm saying. But it's not a worry to me. Like, it doesn't matter." He's like, "But I just want people to know that, hey, this is happening on your phone right now. Maybe it's not like the FBI is going to show up on knocking on your house because, you freaking stole a candy bar or something.
Yeah.
But just the privacy alone is a little bothering."
Well, now that we're kind of getting into the realm of politics. Earlier tonight, I was watching the news, and the Illinois National Guard was deploying to D.C. for security for the inauguration on Wednesday and throughout the whole entire week. because they're expecting some issues next week.
Issues
is what they've called it. And they didn't elaborate, but they just said there's going to be they're expecting issues next week.
Issues.
Yeah, I wonder what those are. I know, you see how many National Guard and military people are out there in DC.
Yeah. There's more military and National Guard in DC than motherfuckers live there.
Yeah.
Now that you're touching that one, there was a lot of people questioning, why is there more security in Area 51 than there was on Capitol Hill that day? Like, why? Remember when they tried to storm
dead aliens.
Area 51?
Got to protect the dead aliens.
Remember when they announced on such and such a date they're going to go and
storm
infiltrate?
Area 51.
Yeah, storm Area 51, and some people went, right?
Yeah. They were hosting there. It was like a big barbecue, basically, dude. You know, people just chilling on the sides of the road and saying, at this time we're going in, and they would pretend they were going to run in there and then just stop. You know, but
I believe there are dead aliens in Area 51 in Roswell, Mexico. There probably was a UFO crash or whatever. I mean, to believe that we are the only ones out there in space is just ignorant.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, granted, there's so many different solar systems out there, and it could take decades, years, or hundreds of years for them to get there. I mean, yeah, so what? I mean, they could live 300,000 years versus, we live 90. Who knows?
It's like they say, if they are visiting here, then just with that alone, you know how intelligent they really are. If they can bend time and travel as fast, as far as that first star that would take you 1,000, over 1,000 years to get to that first star, which would be the next solar system. I think it's like 75,000 years or something like that.
Well, just like Star Trek, the last Star Trek one, or whichever one it was, Scotty, who invented transwarp, or I can't remember, but he's like, "But the universe is spinning." So he never thought of that. Maybe the universe is spinning. So instead of going from here to here, we go from here to here in half the time. Kind of like when we travel around the world. Like when we take off from Newark to Tokyo, we go up, fly over Europe, and then back down, and then we hit. Because if we were to go straight across, it'd take us fucking 5 days to get there.
Yep. So now, since we're talking about UFOs and aliens,
I love UFOs.
You got to check out this movie right here.
Which one?
Unacknowledged.
Unacknowledged.
It's a documentary. It's not a movie. It's not fake. It's all real, legit stuff. Dr. Stephen Greer. It's a Dr. Stephen Greer movie. He used to work at Area 51, which I think the real term for Area 51 is like S4 or something like that. It's not even Area 51. It hasn't been for a long time.
That's just a public.
So, yeah, pretty much it was. So him and all these, there's numerous eyewitness accounts of there's so many movies. Yeah, it start with this one. Start with unacknowledged. Unacknowledged. And then there's another one. I'll pull that one up in a minute. But the guy worked at Area 51. He saw aliens. He was walking past the corridor, and in this hangar and that hangar, he looked in and he thought they were little kids sitting at a table. When he found out later that they were aliens, they were alive, and they were communicating with the people there. So
see, I knew they existed. I knew it.
Aliens, and there were bodies recovered when the Roswell crash. And the bodies were removed from Area 51 and taken to Wright-Patterson, Wright-Pat Field. So supposedly that's where they are right now. That's where they got bodies and parts. And one of the aliens from that survived a Roswell crash actually lived for a few years. And wow. He actually survived a few years. And it's real interesting, that movie right there, Unacknowledged. Got to watch that.
Unacknowledged.
And there's another channel. It's actually an app called Gaia, Gaia,
Yeah.
and they mess around with cameras. And how come nobody can see UFOs? Why do they only pop up once in a while or whatever? Well, guess what? If you got a video camera, like a Sony Handycam or whatever, you remember the old school little video cameras?
Oh yeah.
And it's got night vision on it. Turn on their night vision and record the sky, and you're going to see all kind of stuff flying around that the naked eye can't see. And they did that. They put up 2 cameras, one with the night vision, one without, exact same settings on a pole, right? And wow, freaking amazing.
So, what do aliens eat?
Have no idea.
Probably that Chicago pizza for sure.
Because I mean,
Yeah,
if you got an actual alien and it's alive,
For that many years.
do you bring it Wendy's or McDonald's? Or do you just walk in the whole goddamn cow and say, take your pick?
Right?
I don't know. According to from what I understand, all the descriptions of these aliens, they're really thin. Makes me wonder if they eat at all. Maybe some kind of water type thing.
Unless they're like solar powered, or they what is it called? Like when they have their own. They like we use food for energy. Do they just create their own energy from something else? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's possible too.
I want to be an alien if they're super thin.
Yeah, right. I guess you lay out a buffet and see what it eats. Yeah, put out. I don't know. Put out some Chick-fil-A and Whataburger and McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and see what it likes best. Probably none of it. Anyway, yeah, vegetarian. Yeah, maybe they are vegetarian. I don't know. I don't think they eat much of anything, because anytime you hear of a description of them, they're all child size almost and really thin.
With really big heads and one green eye. One black eye.
They got 2 eyes, almond shaped, big, 2 or 3 times the size of human's eyes. And they don't have ears, but they have little openings, like an ear canal, but they don't have ears.
Oh, kind of like that guy from Star Trek, and what's his name, Orc or something?
I forgot his name.
And he's loved having his ohms rubbed. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can't remember that thing's name.
I don't know, but that description reminds me of one of my old friends, man.
If they're intelligent enough to get here, they'll be able to communicate. I don't know, man. Maybe maybe they only eat. I don't know. Who knows? I have no.
Could communicate through music like they did back in the 70s.
Telepathically.
Well, that too. That one movie back in the 70s. God, I'm racking my brain. It was a Steven Spielberg movie. And
Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind. Of the third kind.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Thank you. And they were communicating by music and lights.
So there's a story with that. And that's from another documentary. That was actually a true story, what happened.
No shit.
They wanted to throw off the public and make it like a fantasy. So they gave it, hey, make a movie out of it. It's kind of like how they say things are hidden in plain sight.
Right.
Well, they put it to Hollywood and they said, somebody make a movie out of this. And nobody wanted to touch it. And then years later, Steven Spielberg came along, and guess what? He grabbed it. He had the script and turned it into a movie. But the word is that was actually an event that happened. Right over there where they say at Devil's Tower. I think it's Utah.
Does that mountain really exist? Again?
That movie is Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Okay.
You haven't seen Close Encounters either, bro? Oh, I forgot. You're just a fetus.
He's 12. Give the kid a break.
Yeah. What were you doing when Close Encounters came out? Developing a spinal cord? He was just
getting off the banana boat.
When Close Encounters came out, the kid was probably 4 or 5 years old.
Manny over there. When did it come out? Like, that's probably what I was doing right there. Yeah.
That was 1982-ish.
No,
Close Encounters was 70s.
No,
I wasn't even planned yet. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the 70s, like 76, 77.
1977. You're correct. But I mean, it's a long movie, but it's really good too. It's
It was like the first 2.5, 3 hour movie ever made.
Oh wow.
yeah, it's really good. I think it's on Netflix or Amazon, one of those. Worth a watch. It's a quality movie. Steven Spielberg. So
Yeah.
it's Richard Dreyfuss is the guy.
Oh God, that guy's a good actor.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Another encounter movie is Fire in the Sky.
Oh, I was gonna ask you about that one, but that's a good one.
I forgot the
Fire
guy's
in
name.
the
Travis
Sky.
something. Travis
Travis was his name.
Travis
True
Walton.
story.
So these guys are loggers. I don't know, Oregon or California. I think it's California somewhere. And they're logging late. They're driving home in the woods, and then they see a bright light. One guy, they decide to stop the truck and go take a look. One guy gets out, goes out there, and the light kind of paralyzes him, and then it just takes him up. He disappears. He's gone for, it seemed like forever. It turned out to be like, I don't know, 5 days or something like that. And he was abducted, and that's a lot of documentaries about Travis Walton. Look that up one too. Fire in the Sky.
Yeah, I saw that movie in theaters. I was probably like 8 years old. I was like traumatized for the rest of my life.
Yeah, they do show a scene. They do show a scene of what he said, what he described, and that's how the guy described it. And it was pretty freaking scary. That was, even for today's movie standards, that was pretty scary. So you got some homework, guys. Watch these movies: Fire in the Sky, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, if you haven't seen that yet. Unacknowledged. You got to watch Unacknowledged. Ozzy, Prisoners with Hugh Jackman is amazing. You know, I saw the clip of that. Is that good? Yeah, I give that. I like a good action movie, only if it's good. I don't like cheesy, phony stuff. I can see it now. We're gonna have a movie night coming up too.
Yeah. I just switched over to Facebook real quick, and somebody posted something saying that John Travolta was in the hospital with COVID-19, and it was like a newspaper clipped out picture that posted, and I'm trying to find some actual fucking article or something on it, and I'm not seeing anything.
Fact checking.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Fact checking.
Yeah. Not seeing anything exciting on it.
John Travolta.
Yeah, he has his own. Can't remember if it's a 777 or 747.
747.
Yeah, he lives in Florida and has his own little air landing strip right there at his house.
Wow, really?
He had the airplane is parked. He's got like a garage. I think his bedroom sits just above the cockpit. He parks half of the airplane inside of his house, man.
No
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't find any truth to the COVID-19 thing.
Yeah, I can't find anything on either. It says nothing about it. It's probably fake.
Yeah.
They're probably trying to kill him off, just like they do other Hollywood people every once in a while.
You know how we were talking about that the
He's
other
died a
day,
few
and we were,
times.
and that one lady that they pronounced dead, and then of course she wasn't dead. I can't remember who it was.
Tanya Roberts.
Yep. And then the next day, the poor lady actually did die.
Nah.
Yeah. It just somebody jumped the gun and said she was dead. She was virtually dead anyway. I mean, she was.
Oh,
on her
okay.
She was on her deathbed. Just somebody leaked it and said, "Yeah, she's dead," and she wasn't, but she died. You're right. It had to be 24 hours later or less, and she was gone.
Yeah,
Like officially
that
by
really
the coroner.
sucked.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a slower type of action movie. Okay, a slower action movie. Okay, I'll try it. But it's really well acted and written. Prisoners. All right, I'll check that out. Anything else, guys, before we call it a night? And we'll plan on movie night. We'll plan on food night or foodie night or cooking night or something like that. I don't know.
No, movies is one thing I can talk about. I watch a lot of movies. That's why I can't remember the names of half of them.
Hey, what about
I
mob
can
movies?
tell you
Anybody
about them, but I can't remember their damn
remember
names.
the titles? Yeah, sucks getting old, huh? So,
Oh,
how about mafia movies? Who likes mafia movies?
say hello to my little friend. Fucking Scarface,
Yeah,
the best
that's
mafia
borderline.
movie
That is a
ever
mafia
made.
movie, I guess. That's more of a drug cartel movie, but
Yeah, but it was
That new
one of
Al-
the best
what was it?
ones. I
That
mean, it's
new
better than Godfather, in my opinion.
oh no,
what's
totally different kind of movie, man.
I don't know.
Which one are you gonna say, Abel?
oh yeah, that new Al Capone one that came out. Did you see that?
With Hardy,
It came out last year. Yeah,
with
bro, that
Tom
was
Hardy.
garbage.
Garbage.
I did. I wasn't impressed with it.
Dumb movie.
Yeah, I was not impressed.
All they were talking
Garbage.
about is his syphilis. That's all they talked about. And it's like,
And the only reason I watched it is because Capone in the Chicago area, and where I'm living now, not far from where I live, he used to vacation at a resort here called the Wagon Wheel Inn in Rockton, Illinois, and he would take weekend trips here with his wife and his mama, and his grandmother used to live in another city not far from here in Freeport, Illinois.
yeah.
So, and I actually had the pleasure of working with one of his great nieces, her name was Chris Capone. And she was really cool to talk to and get some background information on the Capone family. And his house just recently sold. I think it's been maybe 8 months now in Chicago. It's the Hideout House, not because their actual family houses were out in the burbs, but they always kept a house in the inner city for all their dealings with looting and counting the cash. And supposedly the house still had the tunnel from the house to the garage that he used to escape from the law sometimes.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
But if I remember right, the house just sold for like $250,000.
Good idea. That's it?
Yeah. I seen the pictures of it. It needed a lot of work.
It was his
Okay.
hideout, so yeah.
I think that they were even lucky they got that just because of the history of the house. I mean, I wouldn't have paid any more than $140 for it. It needed so much damn work.
Yeah, if you go to Chicago, I can take you to the site of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Oh wow.
It's on Clark Street.
Clark and what?
Clark and Armitage, right by Armitage.
Okay.
Right by Armitage. It's a little north of that. And there's nothing there right now. It's an empty lot with a tree on it. But that's where that happened at. They say he was the one who orchestrated that. Although he denies it, of course, but they were all his enemies. They were all his enemies, so it was probably him. And oh man, okay, Insidious, scary movie. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh my God, that movie freaked me the fuck out.
It did. Insidious was good. Oh man, we're gonna have to cut this and talk about. We definitely got to do movie night.
Oh, absolutely.
We got to pick some quality stuff from different genres and different categories.
Well, if y'all don't know, I'm a huge fan of musicals.
You're a fan of musicals? Yeah,
I love musicals.
I had no idea.
No, seriously, I love musicals. I mean, especially if you're like in a really bad mood. The best way to get in a good mood is watch a good musical.
See, watching a musical puts me in a worse mood. I can't do musicals.
Oh, Dolly. God, I love Dolly Levi.
I could watch The Birdcage. I know it's not a musical, but
with Robin Williams,
one of the greatest movies ever. Yep,
it is a good movie. I'm a huge fan of Babs. Barbra Streisand. She did a lot of musicals. Hello, Dolly happens to be one of my favorite ones.
Hello, Dolly you like Grease then?
I do like Grease, but I think I liked Grease 2 better than the original Grease with Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta. I think I liked the remake. Just because the cool rider. Oh God, did he have a nice ass?
Actually,
he looked good in those leather pants. He looked good in those leather pants.
I haven't seen the whole Grease movie, but in middle school, I had to sing a whole freaking like their whole discology or something. I was in choir and we had to be up on stage, and
You had
that
to
was
sing all
fun
that.
time. So I learned, yeah, I learned a lot of those songs. That was fun.
If you haven't seen the
That was
movie,
cool.
just to say that you saw it, you have to watch Grease at least once in your lifetime.
Yeah. But Hello Dolly has got
Ugh.
Louis Armstrong is in it. I think that was the last thing he ever done before he
Oh,
died.
great movie, great guy, Louis Armstrong,
Yeah.
trumpet
Oh,
player.
and he's
Battleship
singing.
is Battleship a musical?
Not the one I'm thinking
I
of.
think so. Oh, she just means great action, great music.
No.
Great music and Battleship for real?
Well, I guess the cannons. I mean, I guess you could consider that bass. Mamma Mia, hell yeah, Lori, hell yeah. Now I was really disappointed with the second one with Cher in it because, well, she destroyed the song. I don't know how you can destroy an ABBA song. I mean, and Cher's a very talented woman, but oh my God, did she destroy that song?
Yeah, not a fan of hers either. She just needs to go and sit and be quiet somewhere.
Now, Burlesque with Cher and Christina Aguilera. Oh my God, that's a really good movie.
Moulin Rouge. I thought that was the burlesque movie we're talking about.
No,
Moulin
Rouge.
Two different movies, right?
Yeah, Moulin Rouge was God, I want to say 80s, late 80s.
Yeah, we can keep going like this.
Oh, we could. I mean, we can talk about movies for decades.
Yeah, for real. I was too. I love Cher, but she didn't do well at all. Yeah. Now, you want to watch a good Cher movie? Watch Moonstruck.
Mask.
Yeah, Masks. Yeah, okay. Mask was good. Moonstruck was rom-com with young Nicolas Cage.
Yes, very young Nicolas Cage, and I love Nicolas Cage as an actor, but I was not impressed with him in Moonstruck.
He was a kid. He was, I don't know how old he was. One of his first movies, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was one of his first movies, but I mean,
Mask was good. Anybody seen Mask? It's about the kid who's got
the face of an elephant.
It wasn't elephantitis, was it?
No, I think that's a friend of mine years ago. He had one of his testicles was enlarged, and he told me that was elephantitis. So I don't think it could be the same thing.
In the movie Mask, the kid's born with this defect, and his face is all kind of deformed, and he's always teased and stuff. But his mom is a biker chick.
Yes, with Sam Elliott. Oh my God,
family. Sam Elliott's a cool dude in that movie. That's a man's man right there.
Wow. God, he has been in thousands of movies, and he's good in every one of them.
And he kind of looked like he did in The Big Lebowski. He was in the Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
That's another good freaking movie. God dang. Hope you guys are taking notes. These are good things we're talking about here. Yeah, that was a good show. Yes, that's the show I was talking about. Okay, and based on a true story too. Which one?
I believe Mask was based on a true story.
Yes, it was. It was. Rocky Dennis was the kid's name.
Yes.
It was sad. Sad movie.
I cried. And you know, what's really weird is very few movies make me cry, and I don't know if it's just like recently because I've gotten older or what, but I'm starting to cry at or I'll tear up at just a stupid little even sometimes a fucking commercial I'll tear up. I'm getting so fucking emotional. It's crazy.
Freaking insurance commercial comes out and bam,
got that little Affleck duck walking around there going, Affleck, and I'm like,
oh, that's true. All right. We're going to call it a night. At this point, we went way over.
We did, but we had fun.
Everyone, thanks for hanging around. Whoever is left, thanks for hanging around. I know Shonda and Lori are around. I think Ozzy's around somewhere. Ozzy, if you're still around, thanks for hanging out. Nadia too, and everybody else.
Yeah, thanks guys. So I had a great time. I don't know about you. I hope you did.
Hey, this was
I
fun.
killed Shonda a couple of times, so I'm assuming she had fun.
Don't watch the 2 videos I posted.
Oh,
don't watch the videos, Bam.
Okay. I won't.
But everybody watch Unacknowledged. Watch Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Unacknowledged is a documentary. It's good stuff. It's legit. It's not a fake one of those cheap, phony documentaries. All this footage that they show was actual legit.
Facts.
Yeah, it's real stuff. They verified it, and it was deemed as worthy to be real, not fake stuff that you see on the Travel Channel or whatever.
Just remember, aliens do probe.
They do probe.
They do probe.
You want to see probing? Watch Fire in the Sky.
I'm good with
Very
that.
good movie.
I'm good. I don't need to see probing.
Good night, Lori, Shonda. Good
guys.
Night. This was fun. It was. We got to do a movie night.
One planet, one people.
One planet, one people coexist, but in the good way coexist, not the phony coexist. Right? Right.
Absolutely.
There's the movie right there, Unacknowledged from 2017. Watch it. That's your homework for from here to Monday. Unacknowledged. You too, Abel. Watch Unacknowledged.
Yeah, Abes.
I will.
Marissa, hey, you're still up watching?
Marissa.
Surprise, Marissa. You too. Watch the movie Unacknowledged. It's good stuff. Unacknowledged with Dr. Stephen Greer. I'm telling you, it's a legit documentary. You're gonna freak out when you hear a lot of that crap what they talk about.
I'm staying indoors after that for sure, bro.
For all those who have not, if you haven't liked the page, please give us a like. Tell your friends, tell your family, share your page, share all the stuff we're doing. Give us a like. Check us out on YouTube also. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yep, subscribe on YouTube.
Everyone, have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night.